Hi, chemistry teachers. The purpose of this video is to show you how I format my daily agenda so that my students can easily access all the important classroom information. So this is supposed to help you so that you can format your agenda to meet your needs. So in order to make your agenda, I start in Google Slides. I always delete these text boxes that are already in there. So what I'll do is I'll go to Insert and I'll go to Text Box. And then you can click on the slide and you can type in, for example, your daily drill. I usually will type in like the day of the week, but again, you're going to use this to work for you. So when you go to daily drill, I always like to change the font to be something pretty. So I'm going to make it about 20 size, and I like Pacifico. I am going to make this a little bit on the smaller side, and I think I am going to center it as well. And then I will format it so that it's a little bit on the smaller side width-wise. And then I like the way text looks when it's against a black background. So I'm going to make it white, and then I'm going to put it on that black background. So that'll be daily drill. You can also bold it. You can see I bolded it. It's really up to you. I actually don't prefer it bold. It actually looks better that way, I think. Then the next thing you want to do is go to Insert and then Text Box again. And in here, you're going to, for example, have probably like things that you're doing during class. So maybe you have a do now, maybe you have an ed puzzle, maybe you have an exit ticket. Now, obviously, I would put more as far as like what the topics are, but it's just since this is a demonstration I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. So then what I do is I will click and drag it underneath the daily drill. So they look like they're linked together. I will pick the text so that I can adjust the kind of font that I want. I always find that Google puts a lot of space in between the text and the numbers, so I always like to modify that too. It drives me a little crazy, so I'm going to move that over a little bit because I'm not working with a whole lot of space. I'll show you an example of my slide in a second. The other thing I like to do is I like to put boxes around everything. So up here you can use the 3px for the size of the line. And then so that I can keep the boxes together, I'm going to select it again and then right click and click group. It just makes it easier to move it around the slide. So now you have these boxes that are grouped together. You can modify everything that you see in here very easily. The next thing that I always like to do is include a cute background. So I'll go to Insert and I'll go to Image, and you can search the web. If I don't know what to put in, like on my background, if there's not like a special holiday or something, I'll usually search for a pattern. So I thought this one was pretty cute when I was prepping for this video. So I'll click on that. And then what you'll do is you'll want to make it the same size as the slide. So I'm going to click and drag it over. Now it is covering the text. Obviously we want to see the text, that's the important part. So we're going to right click and click Order and click Send to Back. And you can see now you've got this text box that is see-through, and you don't want that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the text white, the text box white, so that now you can't see through it. If you want it more transparent, and that is kind of cute, I find transparency looks nice, you can click and drag this slide bar over, and now you can see the pattern through it a little bit. My daily agenda for the distance learning looks something like this, where I include it for the week. And you can see like this was the first week of distance learning, this is the second, and then this was the third. So they all look pretty much the same. The only thing I do is I change the background, and obviously the content that I'm teaching changes. Another thing that's helpful when you're using your daily agenda is I include links to important things. So for example, like I wanted the students to become familiar with Cami, so I made a link out of it. I wanted my students to install the extension Screencastify, or I wanted them to access a poll. So by incorporating these links, it made it easier for the students to access this information. Another thing you could do that I've been doing is I've actually been making answer key videos. So we had a do now on units of concentration. So I made an answer key video for the students to access where I actually go through the problem. There are like worksheets that I've done with the kids, like for example, this practice worksheet on dilutions. I put a link there, that's a video answer key. So I just try to use this for ease of use so the students can access things very quickly. So that's pretty much it. That's what my daily agenda looks like. I hope this video is helpful, and hopefully you can use this to create your own daily agendas. Thank you so much for watching.